Association and the Minnesota Timberwolves are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to avoid any destructive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using the proper language or gestures, inappropriate or disruptive play. Spectating excessive behavior are subject to detention and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest security or police department.
The Western Conference Semifinals, Game 3. The Warriors come into Game 3 up 2-0. Will their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory? The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Timberwolves. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
Big Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals getting going right now. Thanks for tuning in. 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast. And it's the Warriors to start out. Now Golden State's starting 5. Moses Moody is out there with Curry. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's D, and it's Green in at the 4. Curry against Van Vliet. Curry gets the bucket.
It just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Randle outside. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the night.
First team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves.
That free throw good from Randle.
And you know, one thing you have to admire about Randle is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. And if you've been watching since round 1, this group is off to a blistering start here in the postseason. And have not only swept the first round, but have 2 in the books here in the second round. 6 consecutive wins. Wow.
And that was an impressive sweep in the first round. And if they can get a win tonight and move to 3-0, a second sweep looking more and more probable. Even if they don't sweep, though, I don't see them being challenged in this series. It's not going to go past 5.
Gobert, the pass to Edwards. Lock at 6. Fires the 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It goes on Moses Moody.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
The Warriors making a switch here. Podziemski's checked in. Green with a screen on Gobert. Here's D. Good.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. We talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said Curry makes your entire 5-yard line. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry shooting that presents problems. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's D. And he converts the layup. D's got 6 points.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Here's McDaniels. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Curry, that's good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Lets it fly. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Looks like Gobert's got magnets in his hand. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
Pass to Podziemski. Kuminga, screen on Gobert. And it's D missing. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Green with the ball. Now defended by Randall. And here we go. And it's a great finish.
Oh, my.
Draymond Green.
And always on the attack. Green's relentlessness helps generate turnovers.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to McDaniels. And Bleed sets the pick for McDaniel. It's Edwards on the wing. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 6.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Green, the screen. Here's D. Gobert pulls it in.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Randall outside. Pass to Gobert. Back to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Right side, Edwards. It's tipped. Now Curry. Here's D. Edwards brings the double team. D outside for Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
A three-point specialist can't let Curry get any space to fire from the corner. That's a recipe for disaster.
Back to Van Vliet. Takes it off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Warriors have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Knocked away. Stolen by McDaniels. By himself. And finished off by McDaniel.
Well, when you talk about great two-way players in this league, don't forget about Jaden McDaniel. He's already there defensively, and he's getting there offensively.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's the only option.
The Warriors shooting their first shot from the stripe in this game. So both teams changing it up here. That one is no good.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Here's D. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they...
The previous play is under review.
Off in time.
And guys, big games like this in the NBA playoffs, you appreciate the benefit of instant replay to make sure they get the call right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, in looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Warriors ahead, up 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter, we've got D. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Podziemski. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Oubre in at the 3. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, D in that last outing against the Timberwolves was a driven player. He scored 22 points and did his role for his team, grabbing any rebounds that came his way. His performance was a huge reason why they were able to walk away with a game to win. We'll see how they come out tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
To the paint. Miller outside. Pass to Dillon here. Here's Randall. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option.
We've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. .11 left in the first half. Van Vliet finds McDaniel. Pass to Randall. Fires from deep. The rebound by D. Warriors trail by 4. Green with the screen on Gobert. And that one's good. D's got 13 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So it's Minnesota now. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Lets the 3 fly. And the 3 ball is good. McDaniels got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. He's off on the first. Wiggins is checked in for the Warriors. Good on the second free throw. Timberwolves leading by 4. Edwards with it. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 5. Launches from deep. It doesn't go for him.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Game 3 action here at the break. It's a nice lead for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Watching them on the offensive end, they did a great job moving that basketball. There's no surprise in those assist totals, how they reflect.
Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. They find themselves down 2 games to none. Could be looking at a tough path. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the...
And we welcome you back to 2K Sports coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Van Vliet in at the guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Randall brings the double team. There's Kuminga. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Kuminga's got his second basket of the night. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The lead is 2. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. Randall's got his third basket of the night right there. The Warriors shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Here's D. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Randall surveying the D. And Vliet on the wing. Back to Randall. Pass to Gobert. Tries again. And no good. Great D that time from G.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Reese Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Warriors trail by 5. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Pass to Curry, and he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Here are this postseason's dead-eye shooting. These guys have knocked down a ton of shots from downtown. Now you look at Moody. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Jonathan Kuminga is right there as well.
And the bright lights of these playoffs have done wonders for each of their three-point shooting. That's what they were both hoping for.
Oubre is checked in for the Warriors. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Give him a hand, your Timberwolves dancer.
So it's the Timberwolves now. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randall down low. Jackson Davis defending. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
It's good. 16 points for D.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Pass to Randall. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
D. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Edwards looking it over. McDaniels with the ball. McDaniels sets a screen for Randall. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's D, defended by Gobert. No one near Curry as he lets it go. The good-looking shot from the wing. Curry's got 13.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
Inside. And finished off by Gobert.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Miller's checked in for Julius Randle. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels. And Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Golden State also making some changes. Andrew Wiggins, who's checked in for Moody. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Curry.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Warriors have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. Robert Covington's checked in for the Timberwolves. Both free throws good from D. Here's Dillingham. Still scoreless. Outside Covington. Van Vliet wide open. It's good from long range. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. Van Vliet doesn't just hoist them up. His three-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
Kept alive. A second chance effort. And the bucket is good. Coming on the layup that time from D.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Van Vliet looking around. Covington setting the pick for Van Vliet. And another three for Minnesota.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Puts it up from 17. Here's Jackson Davis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Van Vliet, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
He jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Jerome is checked in. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise.
After the review,
The foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cut.
And here for the Timberwolves. Then for the Warriors, D, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Stephen Curry in for Brandon Podziemski. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Kuminga the pass to D. Banked in off the glass. D's got 22 points.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Green is out there with Kuminga. Then it's D. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Curry in at the point.
And we've seen Randall add a three-point shot. However, this is the area of the court he's most comfortable, that mid-range.
Kuminga, screen on Gobert. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Van Vliet passes to Randall. Over Green, and it's denied. Curry with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities. Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the arm. Huge possession there.
Out of the rafters, he puts it in.
Are you kidding me? Wow, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And they call an illegal screen.
Beyond the leading, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Podziemski, he's checked in for Moses Moody. Here's Edwards. Hits some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. And it's now only a 1-point Warrior And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's D. Back to Green. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Fearless. Draymond Green gets it done in the moment.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's defended by Podziemski. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Outside for Randall. They grab their own miss. Here's Gobert. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's D. It drops.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Minnesota calls timeout. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. The rebound by D. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Anthony Edwards, second personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
Here's McDaniels. Here's D. It's off. So we see the Warriors get the win here. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game.